Hey there everybody, it's me, your guy Waddles. Welcome to another tutorial. Hope you're doing well. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to build this item sorter right here. Now, even though it looks complex, it's actually pretty simple. This is an item sorter that works flawlessly on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Not only is this sorter easy to build, it's also easy to use. It's fully automatic. Maybe hook one of these things up to like your mob farm or something and watch all of the drops be sorted right in front of you nice and easily. After it's done sorting everything, you can move over to the sort system and find everything that you need, again, really easily. This item sorter will work for all stackable items in Minecraft. In the tutorial, I'll also show you how to set up an overflow chest for items that aren't in your sorting system. This design is expandable and compactable, meaning it could be bigger or smaller than what you see here. It is also realm friendly. If you saw my Java Edition item sorter tutorial, you might recognize this because it is pretty similar. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial, or if you like this one, let me know by leaving a like and subscribing. Don't forget to check out that cool merch as well, that's down below the video. Now let's talk supplies. Inside of this chest is everything that you'll need to build this item sorter. Now I've broken the materials up into 3 separate sections for this build. In the top of this chest are the materials that you need for your input circuit. You'll probably only need one of these things. The oak planks represent building blocks. The building blocks can be pretty much anything. In the middle of this chest are the materials that you need for one tile of this auto sorter. So let's say you're sorting 4 items. That means you'll need to multiply all of these amounts by 4. So 8 double chests and so on. Again, oak planks are building blocks, cobblestone slabs are actually placeholders, and then the bone represents whatever you're sorting. And finally, in the bottom of the chest are more items that you'll want to have. These are not in exact amounts down here. You'll definitely want to have a couple water buckets on hand for this build, and if you're expanding it, you should plan on having some signs, some ice blocks, some hoppers, and some more chests. You should also have extra building blocks for this build. We'll start this build with the input circuit. Your input circuit should definitely be above your item sorter and probably over towards either the left or the right of your item sorter. Start by placing a block and then placing a dropper below it facing downwards, just like that. Now on top of this dropper, you'll want a hopper going into it and then probably like an input chest or some kind of hookup to whatever you're sorting. So if you're sorting a mob farm, maybe a hookup to wherever your mobs are being dealt with. Place a temporary block below your dropper and then one off to the side. After that, place 8 more blocks around it so you end up with a 3x3 square of blocks like that. Now, next to your dropper on either the left or the right, place a solid block and then place 3 more blocks just like that so you have this build right here. Now it's circuit time. Start with a comparator going out of your dropper. Then take a repeater and place one there, and place the other one right there. Last but not least, we need our redstone dust. You'll need 3 dust placed just like that. This is the final circuit. Make sure your repeaters are facing in the right direction. To test this, throw an item into it, and if it is shot out, it works. So that's the input circuit. It's actually pretty easy so far. Now let's talk about the item sorter. So first, we'll need a track that moves our items over towards the sorter. This track could be right below your dropper, or it could be like 20 blocks below your dropper. Doesn't really matter. I think I'll do mine 2 blocks below the dropper. This track should be built out of ice. I recommend starting by making your track either 5 or 6 blocks long, but you don't have to. It could be 1 or 2 blocks long, that's fine. Now droppers don't shoot items straight down, so you'll definitely want to put some walls around your dropper so the items are actually moved down onto your track. Below your dropper, on your item track, place a water source and then place some walls along this thing so the water doesn't spill everywhere. Before you're about to start your dropper, place a sign and then place another water source. Now to showcase things and make it clean, I'm gonna remove the water source for now. We'll put that back later. Alright, so we'll start our item sorter right here. Place a temporary block and then a temporary block just like that. Now going into the second temporary block, place a hopper. Make sure your hopper turns like that or this isn't going to work. That is very important. After that, place a chest and a chest, so you have a double chest, and then place a hopper going into that double chest. Then you can come back up here and remove these temporary blocks. We don't really need those anymore. Now this top hopper is going to be the hopper that actually controls the item sorter. The lower one is just a hopper that moves items into chests. Now we need a circuit behind this top hopper. To start, we need to build a little bit of a block formation here. The block formation is this right here. So a T and then 2 blocks placed off of the side. Use any building blocks that you'd like. Now the circuit, which is really easy. Start with a comparator going out of your top hopper. After that, place a redstone dust, and a redstone dust. Then go down here in this low spot and place a repeater facing forwards towards your sorting system. Then, last but not least, place a redstone torch right there on that block. That's the whole circuit. Now, last but not least, we need to actually lock our hopper, and that's really easy to do. You'll need 44 placeholder blocks and then whatever you're trying to sort. So in this one, I'll be sorting rotten flesh. I want all of my rotten flesh to go into this chest right here. So place a rotten flesh inside of your hopper and then place 44 placeholder blocks. Spread them out just like that and you're good to go. Now your placeholder blocks can be anything, but I recommend using things that aren't going into your sorting system. So let's say I'm hooking this up to my mob farm. I would never have cobblestone slabs going into this, so I'll use those as my placeholder blocks. If maybe you have something where you would be having cobblestone slabs fall into it, then don't use those blocks. You could use oak slabs, you could use oak blocks, you could use really any stackable item that you'd like. But this amount is very important. Make sure you have 44 of these things inside of here, whatever they are. Spread them out, again, just like I've done here, and have one of your sorting item. Unfortunately, you will have to have one sorting item inside of this thing at all times. And so, that's how you do it. That is how you build an auto sorter. Now let's say we wanted to sort 3 items. Well, that would be really easy. We would just copy this over again 3 times. Same exact thing. We'd copy all of the same blocks, the exact same circuit, everything can link together, that's not a problem at all. So here we go, it looks like this now. Then we'd go inside of our new hoppers and put whatever item we're trying to sort, and then again all of our placeholder blocks over and over again. And then now we're good to go. We have an item sorter that sorts rotten flesh, arrows, and bones. Now let's say we wanted an overflow chest for just random things, like maybe non-stackable items like armor. To do that, it's really simple. Place a double chest at the end of this thing, then place another hopper going forwards, and then another hopper going into that chest, just like that. But this time, leave the circuit on the back out. Don't put any kind of circuit behind it. So let's put some bones, some rotten flesh, some arrows, and then some carrots into this sorter, and then we'll check it out. So we should see that all of our carrots are moved down here, and then everything else is sorted into all of these chests, and that is exactly the case. So we are good to go. So one other thing to note, because of how this is set up right here and because I don't have any chests below this thing, this hopper is actually being locked. So unless we expand this thing downwards and then put some more chests, we will have some items left in this top hopper. Don't know if that's going to be a problem for you or not, it kind of depends on what you're sorting, but just something to know. So that's the whole sorter itself. To extend your storage for an item, just keep placing hoppers downwards and make sure they go into your chest. You can do this over and over again, however many times you want. 64 times? Cool, you can go ahead and do that. Now let's talk about adding more items to this sorting system. That's actually really easy to do as well. So you'd continue with your chests, your hoppers, your circuit, everything like that 5 times. After that though, you should place a gap. This gap should be 3 blocks long with ice. Remember to put some walls on this thing again so water doesn't spill everywhere. Now your water should flow into your gap area like this right here. That's good. In the middle of this gap, place a sign, and then on the other side of your gap, place another water source, and then repeat this thing over again. So that means I would start with my hoppers and my chests and everything right here and continue it onwards. I recommend doing 5 or 6 separate sorting areas in between your middle break areas. If you go beyond 6 chests, then you could have some problems, so don't go past 6. And so that's how you do it. That's how you build an item sorter on Bedrock Edition. If you have any extra questions, go ahead and throw them down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Kinda late to mention this, but this should be working on PS4 edition as well. Sorry about that, PS4 players, but yeah, it should work if you're playing on PS4. This is actually a slight modification on a design that's been in the community for years, so big shout out to whoever initially created this thing way back when. My name is Waddles, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment which tutorial you'd like to see next, and I'll actually see you guys in the next one. Big shout out to my patron Robbie M today for the support. Thank you very much. Goodbye, elites. I'll see you next time.